and I have the next Forbidden Unlimited's cards list right here.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. With Worlds happening this weekend, I felt it was a good time to discuss this upcoming ban list and what I feel needs to change. One thing I've enjoyed about what Konami has done these past couple of ban lists is communicate with the players. They've been announcing the ban list at major events, and now they said they won't be getting us a ban list until after Worlds, which I think is great. When looking at the ban list and what Konami may do, you have to look at two key factors: health and sales. Will the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Be in a healthy game state where it's not as toxic, and Konami wants to push sales of their new products and possibly look to do reprints on old cards for the nostalgia? If you like this content, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving some feedback. With that being said, let's get started. Starting off with banned cards, I think it's safe to say these options are universally agreed upon to ban to get out of the game. With that being said, let's start with Paradise Smasher. Paradise Smasher is just an unfair card that's easy to spam out for decks using the K9 engine and is indirectly a way to hit K9 without hitting it. The next card to go on the ban list is Moon of the Closed Heaven. I believe it's been agreed upon in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community that Fiendsmith isn't an OP archetype. Banning Moon will help keep players from splashing it in any deck they want and hitting the bridge card. We've reached a point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Fiendsmith is basically becoming the Adventure engine and Kashtira engine. It's very good, but not ban-worthy. It is possible that Konami will hit Fiendsmith in some kind of way, but how much, we'll just have to wait and see. King of the Feral Imp is the next card I have going on the ban list. While Mitsurugi Raziel isn't the powerhouse it was last format, it's still seeing decent play in the competitive scene. Hitting this card eliminates Raziel as an option and forces players to take a different route of playing the deck, like, let's say, the pure version, like it's supposed to be. The next card needing to finally get banned is Baguska. With the release of Justice Hunters, it's produced 3 new decks: Fusion, Synchro, and XYZ. Baguska basically handicaps each of these decks, and with it being a generic rank 4 that's extremely easy to get into, I do think it needs to go. For my last card I think should be banned is just a personal opinion that I think is basically bad for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That card is Harpy's Featherstorm. I believe any card that doesn't let your opponent play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Should not be playable in advanced format. As a hero player, I use Destiny Hero Plasma that has a similar effect. The difference between the two cards is Plasma only affects monsters on the field, and from my experience, Plasma is very easy to get rid of. That's it for the ban cards. If I missed anything you think should be banned, please let me know in the comments section below. With that down, let's get into the limited section. Starting off the limited list, I have X'd Raziel. This is still an excellent card for breaking your opponent's board by being able to send cards like Myriologic Aggregator. I think Justice Hunters is the final push to move on from Raziel and get players to start buying the new support more than they already are. Next on the list we have Malice Dormouse. Along with Raziel, I feel this is a good hit for this deck that doesn't completely make it unplayable. Personally, I think they should hit more cards for this deck, but limiting Dormouse to 1 seems fine for the moment. Next we have Triple Tactics Thrust. Like Talents, I think this card has been long overdue for a hit. I don't think it's ban-worthy, but it definitely needs to be hit in some sort of fashion. Being able to search out the silver bullet to beat your opponent is never good for the game, but drawing it as a one-of seems like the right place to put it. The next card may be controversial, but the next card on the limited list I have is Droll and Lockbird. Like D-Shifter before it, I just think this card hurts too many decks and just doesn't allow your opponent to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Rogue decks in particular don't stand a chance against Droll, and limiting it to 1 I feel will be healthier for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And doesn't hurt the game state. Lastly, for the limited section is a card I feel will be more abused than ever going into this format is Dimensional Barrier. You can make the argument that this card should just go ahead and be banned, but with Konami I don't see them outright banning it at the moment. Shutting your opponent off from most of their extra deck is just outright toxic and terrible for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! just ask Hero and Dark Magician players how it feels not being able to summon Dark Law or Dragoon. That's all I have for the limited section of the ban list. If there's something else you want to see limited, let me know down below. There isn't a semi-limited list to this video, but I do have some cards I'd like to see come off the ban list. Starting off, I'd like to see Summon Sorceress come off the ban list to 1. We're already getting an errata for it, so keeping it on the ban list just doesn't make sense, and I feel this card doesn't move the needle enough to worry about it being abused. One of my favorite cards I'd like to see come off the ban list is Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. With new Pendulum support on the horizon, I think this would help kind of get the excitement going for the new archetype. I'm sure Endymion players wouldn't mind that as well. For my last card I'd like to see come off the list is Heavy Storm to 1. We have cards like Brigeki, Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, and more like that have similar effects that nuke the field. I think this card will mix just fine in the current metagame. Not sure when this ban list will come, but I have a feeling it's going to be impactful. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, please let me know down in the comment section below. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.